So this is my Chevy S10 with the 5.3 liter V8 in it. This one came out of a 2003 Yukon. It's a GMC Yukon, and I'm using the Yukon fuse block with the cab fuse block from the 2003 S10. Actually, this one's a 2000 S10. That one's 2003. But on the block coming from the cab, this green wire, which is right there, the green with the white stripe, that one's going to your crank. And then this wire right here, this pink wire, is going to power up your entire block. So that's like key on, and then this is key turn to the crank position. And what I'm doing is taking this. This is going to be my 12 volt constant, which is going to be constantly hot. And I'm going to take it, that's coming from the battery right there, and I'm going to put my 12 volt constant onto this stud right there. And I'm just taking it through here underneath the fender, and then up through here, down, and into this rubber grommet right here, making sure that whenever you open and close, it's not going to get pinched in between here or anything moving. To make sure that, I put a zip tie right there, and it's going in up underneath the dash all the way through and underneath through the back of there, underneath back through here. And this is what I've got going for my switches, and all the lower ones are going to be constantly hot, which that's what this is right here. This is going to be another constant hot, and I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this done, and then I'll explain it. That is going to be the push start. It's going to be this button right here, which is just the it's a cigarette lighter push start button. So I'll come back whenever I get all of this hooked up. All right, so I got the rest of it wired up. So what this is going to, it's going to the fuse block. It's going to the it's the wire that powers up the block. And then I've got the constant hot coming from the fuse block. And then I have 3 little pigtails for the bottom of the switches for the constant hot. These are the constant 12s. And then this hot out, that's the power. If you follow it, it goes to right here, going into the cigarette lighter, and then that's the cigarette lighter right there. And then the ground wire, which is just the ground for the casing right here, it's going to the battery block to the crank. And then this third one, that's just going to be like a party light or whatever I want it to be. But I think that's about it. And then the grounds for the lights, that's just for these little lights right here. All of them got them. The grounds are going right here. They're meeting up, doing the same thing that I did right here. Just do 3 pigtails to each one of the switches, and then the ground is going over to here. And I just pigtailed off of this one because that's already a ground right there. And that's just going to ground this right here. So that's not really going to do anything to this functionality wise, but I'm just stealing a ground for the lights right here. But it works. And then show that the crank works. That's the crank. So that's how you do it.